welcome to another edition of Geekonomics. We're back. It's another week. It's another show. It's Mark. It's Bryon. Josh in the back. Hopefully you don't see from that much. But hey, he's here anyways. Bryon,
so mean.
How's it going? How's things with you?
Oh, it was a long weekend.
It was.
It was a long weekend.
Holiday weekend.
I caught up. I watched a lot of wrestling this weekend.
Nice.
When I could, so it was really tough to fit it all in. But I did it. I did it somehow, some way. We got a lot to talk about. We have The Last of Us season finale review.
Controversial season finale of The Last of Us.
We have that. We have to go over the big Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
Results.
They could just call it Saturday night and not put the main event part in there.
We'll talk about that. And then we, of course, as we start off every show, we'll be going over everything we did or watched or anything that happened in the last week.
Yes.
Before we get into the main events of the show.
Yes.
But before we get into anything, we have to promote two things.
We have to. It's mandatory.
Blitzkrieg Pro Luau, June 28th.
Yes.
6
tickets
p.m.
are on sale now.
Yeah, tickets are on sale now. 6 p.m. Doors open. The show usually starts around 7. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, there's been some awesome matches already announced. We got CPA, the champion, going up against the Monster Cruel.
That is going to be
for
insane.
the Blitzkrieg Championship.
Yeah.
Just announced over the weekend, formerly known as FKA, for those who
Brian.
don't know.
I'm learning.
Gigi Dolan will be going up against Dr. Mason. Is that his name? Dr. Mason?
Dr. Mason.
Yes. So.
Is there a buddy, Mooney? Is Rabies, man?
I don't know if Rabies going to be there.
I don't think I saw it. Yeah.
It's still early, Brian.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
early.
true.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff.
We got to have.
We'll be getting a lot more.
He is like the highlight of the night.
There's no luau without Rabies.
You got to have the Rabies.
Yes.
I think that the Rabies started at the luau.
I don't know if it started there, but that
for
was when
us,
we first
Speaking of the guy who fought last time, I can't remember his name. The guy with the goat.
Bobby Orlando.
Yeah, Bobby Orlando threw out the first pitch at the Yard Goats game.
What?
He threw out the first pitch of the Yard Goats game the other day.
Yes.
When he brought the goat, it was hilarious.
Yes, because he's Bob Orlando. It's Bob Orlando song.
Wait, did you say Bobby Orlando's son?
Song. That's his theme song.
Oh, got you. No, the guy with the goat. That's not Bobby.
Bobby Orlando.
That is.
Yes.
All right. Who is the guy that sings when he comes out?
Oh, that's
Paul London.
Paul London.
Sorry, I got them confused.
How do you forget Paul London?
I know.
He's your brother's favorite.
I know.
I mean, two different towns, so I can understand the confusion. Orlando, London.
Yes.
Very easily they confuse those two.
That was the town.
It's not like there's a pond between them.
Yeah, there's a huge pond in between them.
Listen, so many new names I gotta learn. Okay, anyway, Blitzkrieg Pro, that's happening June 28th that night.
Yes.
They're always announcing new matches.
Get tickets at blitzkriegpro.net.
Yes.
Is that the website? Yes.
Yeah, and Facebook. You just Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah.
The next day in Enfield, Connecticut, we have East of the River.
Yes, comic books and collectibles show.
Yeah.
2 floors.
Yes. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, man.
9 a.m. is early bird, $3 to get in, $1 to get in after 10 a.m.
Yes, mention Brian's name, we'll give you $1 off.
Yes, I will be working the door. So
that's why you can do that.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you can spell it, you get 2 off.
Yes.
Right. Yes. If all the things you can find at the show, you're going to have comics, toys, Pokemon, video games, cards, artwork, local talent. Also, on top of that, tarot readings.
Yes.
I have to say it like that now.
Yes, you do.
By Scott Pellin's wife, Michelle Pellin, will be doing tarot readings.
Yes.
She actually did 2 last time.
I heard.
And I overheard them. They were really
good.
Really good.
Yeah.
And of course, there was one guy that had to say the same joke the whole day.
Yeah.
Because he was hovering around, and then someone would say, "You should get that your
tarot reading."
Yeah, and he goes, "I already know what you're gonna say. I gotta stop buying more comics." And he said it like 3 times.
Yeah, well, different people, different crowds. You gotta, the 9 o'clock show is not the same as the 7 o'clock show.
Yeah, he was like doing that routine the whole day.
You gotta spread the routine around.
I know you're gonna tell me. I gotta stop buying collectibles.
Hey, doing over here.
Vinny Gumbats.
He's Vinny Gumbats.
I'll see you at the comic show.
I'll see you at the luau.
At the luau. Tarot readings.
Anyway, that's at the American Legion Hall on 566 Enfield Street,
Yes.
Enfield, Connecticut. It's the American Legion Hall.
Yes.
Next to Duncan.
Next to Duncan, across the street from
Yes.
the.
I
I don't know if you
Produce.
watch the
That
show, but I do
place.
put the flyer up every time we talk
You
about
do.
this. You
I
don't have to
appreciate
do every little detail every single time.
Well, I've noticed, even with our
I mean,
friends,
there's audio people that probably don't.
you could tell them
Don't see the flyer.
we're going to the movies. We have this.
You could
discussion-
drive them, and they still wouldn't get there on time.
Yeah.
Or figure out when it is.
Where? What time?
movie
What
theater?
town?
What theater are we going
So
into?
now the joke is
going
we
on?
always say,
Blurps Day.
yeah, it's like in California at 5 in the morning.
92nd of Blurps Day.
Yeah.
On the 7th rising of the sun.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all happening at the end of June.
Yes.
So come on
a
down.
lot
and-
going on at the end of June.
Yeah. And
June is going to be a crazy month.
yes. Another thing.
Yes.
This is going to lead into what I already know what you want to talk about, and I have the information up as well. This past week, we recorded a special ETV episode that
Yes.
did not feature a band.
Yes.
It featured us.
It featured us.
Oh boy! And Nicole
The history of Equilibrium TV.
interviewed us,
She did.
and the reason we did such a thing because originally the band called out. I was kind of thinking, we're not going to do a show.
Yeah.
But it was going to be Nicole's last show.
Yes.
So we couldn't just not do a show.
Exactly. That was my thought process on the whole thing. I figured we had to do something.
Yeah.
Give her a chance to say bye to everybody. I wouldn't want her just to walk off without getting
An Irish goodbye.
Irish goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know she's good at. So kind of forced her into coming and doing it.
Right.
So
Good luck editing that. That was a show.
it's already almost done.
Wow.
It actually worked pretty easy.
I'm impressed. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see it.
I had an idea in my head, so it kind of just went with my idea. So I
Right.
kind of just went with it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
You-
it comes out to about an hour.
nice.
Yeah.
But it's it was, I thought it was also a good idea because there's so many people that don't know the history.
Well, yeah, that's the
Especially,
thing. People
like,
always
the
ask all
people on
time.
Wax and
Yeah.
stuff,
All
so
the
it's like-
bands ask and everything, so it'd be kind of cool to
Yeah.
Give them
get
something
that
to
out
look
there
at.
so people can see where it all started from way back in the day.
It
on
was
the
weird
VHS.
to think about
It's
because
weird to watch the videos. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
What we thought was good was not that good. The audio
No,
was
the audio was not great.
no, it wasn't that great.
Video was okay.
Yeah. The
I
audio
mean,
was
it's
just
audio was just because we had live audio. We just didn't patch into the
Yeah,
audio
we didn't
boards.
patch in.
Just
No.
literally got the sound of what it was like to be there.
yeah. And sometimes it worked when you're in a smaller place, but the Webster shows
Yeah, some of those are kinda
really hard
rough.
to listen to.
Yeah, and then some shows I couldn't even find them. Like I know there's other shows we did. I don't know. They're probably in a drawer somewhere.
They're not all on YouTube.
Yes.
The majority of them are, but
Yeah.
not all of them.
Yeah.
I would say, Brian, you'd have some of them, don't you? If
I
you
think I
had
have all of them.
Yeah, I think Mark, out of anybody, has them all. I have
Yeah.
them all, like a lot of them on DVD, and I think
Yeah.
I have them on tape masters.
Yeah.
But
Which you should dub
yeah, I
to a
should.
DVD. So that way we
Or
have them.
digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be one of your projects.
Right now, I'm in
Instead of watching 9,000 hours of wrestling.
I'm still in the middle. I'm not watching it. I just hit.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Instead
I
of
walk away. I'm right,
useful things. you
Oh
could
my
actually
god,
do.
I got so many wrestling on digital now. Wow. I saw some really cool stuff. Stuff the WWFE do not want you to see.
Yes.
Stuff that was probably edited out
Yes.
and is long gone.
Yes. Long lost.
I
to
have
the annals
it.
of time.
Yes, I have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for Nicole for stepping in when I was just like, man, I like, as much as I love being part of BTV, I don't like hosting all that much. I think over the last year and a half to 2 years, probably I feel like I got more comfortable. But having Nicole step in
Yeah.
and be the main host, I think she was amazing. So I hate to see her leave, but we want to say congratulations to her future endeavors.
Yeah.
Right?
Moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Definitely, because the job she's taking is way better than what we're giving her. They actually pay her.
Yeah.
Yes, they pay her.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's going to get paid. Yay.
She's gonna get paid instead of having to do it for free.
Right.
She gets canes out of the trips every time. That's
Okay.
about it.
Free canes, can't go wrong.
Well, she doesn't get free canes, but she gets to go to canes.
Oh, okay.
I don't pay for her canes. What are you talking about?
But
We don't have that kind of money here.
we have a host that is in.
We're in negotiations. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
We've heard the negotiation.
Not going to say any more than what we've discussed.
Okay.
So I don't want to. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a great show. Great idea, Mark. I appreciate you putting the effort and getting that done.
It's, the job of the producer. He's got to make things happen. Got to be producing all the time. Always producing.
It was nice and relaxing.
You hear that, Josh? Always producing.
Always producing.
Always
Always producing.
It's going to become a thing now because Claire mentioned to me that she's been watching the shows and she's like, "Why do you pick on Josh so much?" I'm like, "It's the whole shtick of the show now. It's like the thing."
Yeah.
Yay!
That's why he's here.
So I don't really have much for TV shows I watched this week. I watched episode 3 Poker Face. This season is really good. John Mulaney was in episode 3.
Yeah, we got to get into it. That's the next.
Yes. Things happen in episode 3 that kind of like change the narrative a little bit. But the first 3 episodes are amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. This show is amazing. I'm so glad it's back. And the second thing I did watch over the week, I watched NXT Battlegrounds. Battleground.
Yes.
Fantastic show. I know we'll get into Saturday night's main event, but Battlegrounds was better.
Our ground.
I'm gonna keep saying Battlegrounds. I don't know why. I think
Because you're thinking of Star Wars.
No, I'm thinking of the video game. Sorry.
Which is also called Battleground.
Was a better show.
Or Battlefield even.
Battleground was a better show, but Saturday night's main event had some bigger moments. I'll say that. But NXT Battleground was, for the most part, solid, like the whole way through. I really enjoyed it.
And Stephanie Vaquer was on it, so I know you're.
I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm glad you watched
yes.
it, Brian.
Yes.
Because you mentioned, everyone watched main event. And I was like, yeah. Have you watched Battleground? You're like, oh no.
Well, I was watching it on Sunday. I will say this though. Also, was it Sol
Ruka?
Sol
Ruka versus Jordan?
Yes. Kalani Jordan.
Kalani Jordan. So Sol Ruka, I saw wrestle like it was one of those dark matches that they put on the WWE main event last year. I was like, man, she's amazing. Never saw her again.
Yeah.
And then
she's on NXT the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So I watched this, and that match was like sets the tone. That was the first match out of the gate, and it was fantastic. And I was like, where the hell? Well, I haven't been watching NXT, but I was like, well, now I know where she was.
Her finishing move is the craziest finishing moves in all of wrestling, and it's got the greatest name, the Soul Snatcher.
Yes, the Soul Snatcher. Yes, really good.
Yes.
And the obviously, the Tony D'Angelo and Stax was really funny because I've been watching the lead up to that.
Yes.
Also, I think this will help with the whole Money in the Bank, before Money in the Bank, the Worlds Collide.
Yes.
They're already setting up matches for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really didn't think Joe Hendry, I thought he was going to win.
Did you believe? That's why.
That was probably the highlight. Trick Williams, I don't really know him that well, but
Trick shot.
The trick shot. The crowd went nuts for both of them.
Yeah.
Bonkers. And that was probably one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
Other than Stephanie Valkyr and what's her face? Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace. That was the moves those two pulled off were unbelievable. But yeah, Battleground.
Talk about a finishing move. That's Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. Jeez, I know.
I do.
As what's his name says, Booker T. Oh my God, he's hilarious.
I do have to say, I think it's hilarious how it went from them counting how many times she did it to just the Booker T of
yes.
Yeah.
That's what they do now.
Yeah.
And Booker T, because I know of him, but I'm not used to hearing his voice so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does he sound like the guy who did the voices for Crazy Taxi, the video game? And I wanted to look it up to see if it was. It's not. But my God,
he sounds like it.
You play Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
His voice sounds just like the guy who does the announcing on.
Well, especially now that he's got that rasp to it now. He's got it's gotten so deep now that he's like the.
Yes. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm really enjoying NXT. That's about it for me, Mark. How was your week? Did you catch up on anything? Watch anything?
Not really. Just a basic week. Nothing crazy. Did find like a thing. I don't know if you've come across this with your significant other, but yeah. We used to have Food Network on the Fubo. Mm-hmm. It has since been dropped by Fubo.
Oh.
So now it's on the Max. You can watch it, but you can't watch the live, but you can watch the shows.
Yeah.
So Claire used to watch them all the time. I would just kind of like they'd be on while I'm doing things and not care. But I found over the last week, Claire started watching the show Supermarket something.
Supermarket Sweeps?
No, it's not that. Supermarket Cookout or something. But it's like a show where they you have to buy groceries off shoppers as they come out of a grocery store, and like the cooking is done in the parking lot of their grocery store.
What have we come to? Oh my!
I don't
Lord.
know why, but we used to watch this show randomly when we'd eat dinner.
Yeah,
and I would always just be like, "All right, whatever. Yeah, we can watch that."
Supermarket Stakeout.
Supermarket Stakeout. Yes, thank you.
Wow.
And then so Claire put it on this week while we're having dinner one night, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've missed the show. I love this show. I don't know why I like this show so much." But so that was just one of the random things that happened. I did almost divorce my wife over the weekend when I found out that she does not like condiments on her hamburgers.
Wait, you're just finding this out now?
I literally just found this out over the weekend. I've never like paid attention to her having a hamburger, but we decided we had the Hags over on Saturday, last minute, and so I'm like, oh, I'll go get burgers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get burgers and stuff. Burgers and dogs. We'll cook out on the grill. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, all right, well, what kind of condiments should I get and stuff? She's like, I don't care. I don't use condiments. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how do you eat your hamburger? She's like, just cheese in a bun. I was like, how is this possible? How have I not noticed this before?
I gotta tell you something. Allison's the same way. Cheese bun. That is it. Double cheese bun, burger. No lettuce, no tomato,
nothing.
No onion, no ketchup, no mustard, nothing. No pickle.
How?
I put everything on it.
What psychopath eats their hamburger this way?
I put pickles.
So literally, like Saturday morning, I'm like, we're talking about it as we're getting ready to go to the grocery store and everything, and I'm like trying to figure this out. I'm like, she's like, no, I don't like condiments at all. I don't like the way I don't like when they touch my skin. I don't like the way they like.
Touch your skin?
Well, she's like, if I get them on my skin, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the consistency.
Because it drips out of the burger.
And they come out of the burger, it gets on my hand. I don't like it. And it's like, I just want burger. Like a charred burger, not even like a cooked burger, like a charred burger, cheese, bun. I was like, do you even like melt the cheese? Do we even like cook the bun? Do you just want like burger, cold cheese, dry bun?
Yeah. Psychopath?
Yeah. So I was like, I told the cat, like, we're packing up, we're out of here. We're getting out of this place. This lady's nuts.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, Allison's the same way. My wife's the same way.
How?
She's like, she doesn't.
Which is crazy because Claire, like I said,
hot dog, nothing on it.
She doesn't like hot dogs. Claire doesn't like hot dogs at all.
Oh, burgers, nothing on it but cheese. That's it. Me, I'm sitting there, a hot dog, I'm putting ketchup, I'm putting barbecue sauce, I'm putting mustard, I'm putting relish.
Yeah.
I'm like, this hot dog isn't going to be gross and disgusting, but it's so yummy.
I don't like cheese in my burger. I like to taste the meat.
I like cheese.
Yeah, no cheese. But ketchup, mustard.
I do.
Toasted bun.
Cheese, mustard, barbecue sauce.
No.
Pickles.
I don't do hot dogs anymore. I don't like hot dogs.
Oh, God.
I do a kielbasa dog.
I do the Costco dog.
No.
I love the Costco dog.
I get them from...
Do you guys season your burgers?
Dogs.
Or you just go straight meat?
I get Enfield's own Genic kielbasa dogs.
What? Where are these?
That's a company.
You know that on Hazard Avenue, that little building?
Mm-hmm.
That's Genic Sausage Company.
Oh, okay.
And they sell like kielbasa, and they call them juniors. They're just small kielbasas, like hot dog size.
All right. Are they good?
They're amazing.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you have to. They're good.
Like a bratwurst style type of thing.
Mustard.
I like kielbasa.
Yeah. That's how you do it. Come on, little mustard on it.
Yeah, kielbasa dog.
Yeah, that's it.
No, okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, no hot dogs. I got rid of hot dogs. I don't do hot dogs anymore.
I only do Costco dogs.
Yeah, even they...
Or beans and weens.
No, I never like that.
I cut the hot dogs into the
Don't like beans. I don't like beans.
Oh, my God.
Never like beans.
Wow.
No, he never... He always... I just hot dog.
Even chili. I can't have chili with beans. If chili's got beans in
chili,
it, no point.
There is no chili without beans.
Yeah, there is. It's called chili without beans.
That's the main ingredient.
No, it's not. Meat is the main ingredient.
That's just
chili.
spiced meat sauce.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Don't like beans.
Wow, beans
Don't like
are...
the
Mark doesn't like vegetables or any of that type of stuff.
I don't like vegetables.
I like vegetables. I just don't like beans.
I think we're learning more about you than Claire, Mark.
I just don't like beans. Claire doesn't like beans either.
Beans are amazing.
Yeah, Claire made amazing chili during the week.
With no beans.
No beans.
What? She didn't have any extra?
Fritos.
She actually makes them normally now? She didn't have any extra for me?
Oh, there's a bunch at the house I could bring. Yeah, I just get Fritos.
Yes.
Put them on the bottom and then put the chili on top.
Make a Frito pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just have just straight chili.
Yeah, but you got to have like cornbread or something with it.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't like just chili in a bowl. I need like something underneath it. Like,
I
need
chili. Chili sounds good.
Yeah.
I like beans in my chili.
Last night, Claire all of a sudden decided she wanted steak. So we went to the grocery store and they had T-bones on sale for like cheap. So we got 2 T-bones. She reverse seared them in the oven. And then I finished them off on the grill.
Good.
Oh, yeah. I got a baked potato. I made it because Claire doesn't like potatoes. So I bought 1 potato.
How do you not like baked potatoes?
Claire doesn't like potatoes at all.
What?
She's anti-Irish. She doesn't like... She's Irish, but she doesn't like potatoes. She's like the...
You don't have to be
opposite.
Irish to like potatoes. You
no, I'm
love
saying,
potatoes.
but she is Irish and she hates potatoes.
Wow.
Does she have any side with it?
She had salad. She had made a salad for Saturday and she had that.
Oh, potatoes.
But she had like a steak salad. She took the steak, cut it up, and put it on the salad.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I thought you just had steak and salad.
No.
Nothing beats a good... You know, it's so funny.
But then she did an air fryer, the potato. That's the first time I ever had an air fried potato.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Was it any different from putting it in the oven?
Yes. The outside was crunchier.
Okay.
Like the skin, because you don't wrap it in anything.
Yeah.
You just put the potato in the air fryer for like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like a nice crust on the outside of the skin. Skin gets nice and like solid, but the inside of the potato is all nice and soft.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. Good eats.
Good eats. Wow.
And I realized it was the first T-bone I ever had in my life. I never had a T-bone before.
I think I probably have had one.
I never really had a reason to.
No. I mean, if you go to a restaurant, I'm sure they're expensive.
They are expensive. So that's probably why I never had one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money on meat. I could just get a steak's a steak.
Yeah, I'm sure it's almost $30.
I know everyone out there is like, there's no way a steak's a steak. It's certain different things. It's like, that's just how my brain works. So
right.
Each their own. Yeah, but then besides that.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is like a lot of food discovery.
Yeah.
Going
Did
on
all the
over there.
yard situation on yesterday. Cleaned up everything.
Yeah.
Put the deck together. Got the patio all put back out.
Nice.
Umbrella up. Replaced our lights around our deck.
Weather's nice.
Oh man, I cleaned out everything.
I was
Got
outside
a little too much
all
sun
day
on my neck yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, you're gonna be hurting.
5 a.m, woke up, poured myself coffee.
Ugh.
I was sitting outside.
I want to punch you in the face every time you say that.
Why?
Because there's no reason you should be up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I was sitting outside reading and drinking my coffee until 8 a.m.
Brian is old.
Yeah, you are old.
And then
You are old.
I
didn't wake up till 8 o'clock in the morning.
I finished reading by noon, had lunch, brought out the small TV. We sat outside and we fed animals and watched TV the majority of the day.
I spent all day Sunday watching auto racing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's just nice to be outside.
Monaco, then the Indy 500, then the Coke 600. Yeah, all day long.
Jeez.
Oh man, it was amazing. From 9 o'clock in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night.
Oh god, yeah, that
It's
NASCAR race went forever.
Full on auto racing the whole day.
Wow.
It was great.
All right. So that was our weekends there, Marcus.
Yes.
But one thing we forgot to mention, we failed to mention, Equilibrium TV. This was going back to Nicole leaving.
Yes.
Equilibrium TV will be hosting a stage at the Hartbeat Music Festival.
Yes, June 14th.
Yes, starting at 12:15.
Yes.
Brian won't be there.
Equilibrium TV stage.
Brian will not be there
I'm
because
not
it's
gonna
his
be there.
birthday the next weekend. So, he needs to have a full week off to prepare for his birthday weekend.
No, it's because we celebrate Father's Day on Saturday, but also we're doing Father's Day and my birthday on the same day, which we always do every year. Because the following weekend will be my birthday, but I will be probably doing something with Allison. But every year we usually celebrate Father's Day and my birthday together because it's just like my parents' anniversary is the 18th. They're going to be gone the following week.
Yeah.
It's just how we do things.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, Equilibrium TV will be hosting a stage.
Yes.
12:15, The New Brew.
The New Brew, not the home brew, which I accidentally said the wrong thing on the show we recorded this past week.
Did you do overdub?
No.
1:15.
Makes it more original that way.
Hitch in the Giddy Up.
Hitch in the Giddy Up, who I remembered correctly.
2:20 p.m. DJ Late Night.
Yes.
He should be really called DJ Mid-Afternoon.
Well, he usually plays late night, but for this festival he's doing.
He's DJ
a one-off.
Mid-Afternoon.
One-off Mid-Afternoon. Maybe he'll change his name.
Just for that day?
Just for that day. Maybe I'll talk to him about it, see if he can change his name.
We
call you DJ Mid-Afternoon instead.
3:20.
I'll probably make that joke when I introduce him.
You should. 3:20 p.m. Always Morning.
Yes.
Fantastic band.
Which isn't really morning. But
no, it's always
spelled
afternoon.
different.
Always afternoon.
Always afternoon.
Yeah.
4:30 p.m. Big Joe and the Stolen Hearts.
Yes.
Now you want to see those guys were epic.
That's some
mean,
good blues action there.
Yeah, that is like the epitome of the Hartbeat Music Festival. You come in with a chair, Big Joe plays.
Oh man.
And it just like sets the mood.
Yeah.
But they're setting the mood because at 5:30 p.m. these guys are going to rock the roof off, if there was a roof.
Rock your socks off, Brian. None of these words.
Soul Gyres.
Soul Gyres.
They will be performing at 5:30 p.m.
They will be.
And closing out that stage.
Our stage, yes.
Yes.
Yep. But the show will keep going. Last band goes on at 8 o'clock. The Alpaca Gnomes will play on the main stage at 8 o'clock. So,
nice.
And there'll be other bands going on throughout the day as well. There'll be food trucks. There'll be vendors. There'll be yard games. There'll be a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So it's all free. Come on down. Well,
nice.
the food
not
trucks
the
you got to
food.
pay for and stuff. But
Yeah.
all the vendors, you got to pay them for the stuff you get from them. But
Admission is free.
admission is free, and all the music is free to watch.
Nice.
Yeah, right next to the Science Center.
Right.
And convention center.
That's where our stage will be, right in that.
Now, when
plaza
you say
area.
I think about when we used to go to the Kineticon and that like
Yes.
It's in the
outdoor
gap.
area. Is it
If you
near
come
there?
farther down, like where the Kineticon is, you go down to that bridge that
Yes.
goes. That's where exactly
where the
where
food
it is.
trucks used to be?
That's right where
that's,
it is.
That's where it is, Brad.
That's where
there.
I thought. That's what
Yep.
I thought. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You could park, and if you wanted to pay, you could park at the
Convention Center.
convention center.
Yep. You can park there. There's parking all over the place in Hartford. You could park.
Yeah.
There's even a parking garage now on the street across from the convention center, up where the movie theater is.
Yeah.
Where
Bears.
Bears
That's where
is
I always park. It's cheap.
up that street, and then there's
Secret,
another
It's cheaper.
parking garage at the top of that hill now.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You park over there by Bears. There's a parking garage.
Yeah.
It's usually empty on the weekends.
Yes.
And it's so much cheaper
Yes.
than the convention center.
I didn't say it.
Don't
Not that
give the
anyone's gonna-
don't give the convention center money. Go there.
Well,
Park near the Bears.
it's all the same company.
It's so
or
much
around
cheaper.
the same company.
It's so much cheaper.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of parking garages.
Yeah.
So
And it's all walking distance.
it is.
So that's awesome. A lot of things are happening in June.
Yes.
And then we have D&D in the beginning of June 7th.
Yes.
With Money in the Bank, with Worlds Collide.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
Yes. Yes.
And then we're going to be playing
I
on
definitely don't have someone trying to convince me to skip D&D, but I'm like, it's happening at the place that I have to let people into, so I have to be there. If it wasn't that situation, I definitely would be skipping it.
Yeah, part of me was just like, man, like Sunday's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Like we get catch up on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be tired because we're going to be here
Yeah.
until like God knows.
Yeah.
But I think the next
And it sounds like chili might be the meal of the D&D.
or a hot dog fest, I heard. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
But I think like we might be playing at our DM's house eventually with this new
I
table.
hope so. This table better show up soon. I'm sick and tired. I'm doing it here. But,
Yeah.
yeah, the drive there is not going to be any more fun than coming here.
It's going to be longer for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Way longer.
It's going to be way longer.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it takes you 20 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
Add on another 30.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not as bad.
It's 30 minutes from
It's
here.
about 30 minutes to get there because it's about the same to get to Matt's.
Okay. How long does that drive usually?
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
But it's a lot of back roads.
Yeah.
You have to go through Suffield and everything.
Right.
Whereas here, it's highway. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's going to make it a lot more easy for me to skip. That's for sure. Once that happens, I might be skipping a couple more than usual.
Do I want to drive that far?
Yeah. Do I want to keep wasting Saturday every 6 weeks?
I'm
having a blast though, guys. It's fun.
Well, we are coming close to an end, I think.
I've heard that before.
The end of the battle.
I've heard that before.
We're finishing off the battle this session.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We might be getting close to ending the story at some point. I feel like it's
I've heard that for a year and a half now, it feels like.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But what are you going to do?
Yeah, the kids are having fun, so that's all that matters.
That's all about it. Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus.
It's one of those things I don't want to do until I get here.
Yeah.
Or there, and then I want to do it. But it's the coming up to part, the motivation of getting it all going.
I'll be honest with you, when the nice weather hits, like now, and if the Saturday is just beautiful and you don't want to spend it inside, those are the days I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I always have fun when I'm here with everybody. Of course.
No, exactly.
But it's that if it was cold, rainy, or whatever, I'm like,
snowy,
whatever.
Then it's like different.
It's wintertime, whatever.
Yeah.
But
cold,
summertime,
I'm not going to be outside doing anything.
Summertime, man.
I could be doing yard work. I could be at a baseball game.
I could be outside enjoying the weather.
At a movie theater. It'd be inside, but I'd be at least doing something else, you know.
I would be outside. I don't want to be inside.
No, I know.
Anyway,
moving on. Last of Us.
The Last of Us, episode 7, season 2. We're going to give our thoughts, our review.
Yes, the beginning of the controversy.
I don't know. Not really.
I think so.
Why?
I think it was very controversial. I think people are not. There's going to be a very big divide in the viewership of this.
Well, yes. The game was very controversial when it came out. This is a pivotal moment in storytelling. That's something you don't normally see.
Yes.
And as a gamer who's played this game, and it's one of my favorites, the storytelling is top notch. When I got to that point in the game, when you switch, spoiler alert, you switch to Abby's point of view.
Yeah.
You actually go through those 3 days through her eyes and what she's going through and meet her friends. And by the end of that, you get attached to her and you actually see her point of view. And it's forcing you. The Last of Us is really about gray area. It's not who's right, who's wrong, but sometimes everyone has their own point of view in this world. And when you finish the point where the worlds collide again, you actually feel, it feels weird because you're like, I like them both, or maybe you like one more than the other. But that's not the end of the story. When season 3 is going to be Abby.
Yes.
And that season 3 is probably going to end, and we're going to get a conclusion to what happened in the theater.
Yeah.
And then season 4, where Greg Mazin said it would be 4 seasons to tell the whole story, will be chapter 3, will be the third part of the game where you're back with
Ellie,
and your the revenge is turned up to 11.
Yes.
And it's like it turns into like the best way. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. But like it's like it's no holds bar. It is like Rambo. You know,
it's interesting to see how they wrap it all up now, comparatively to how the game does it. Because the game ends with that scene.
Well, the porch
that we already
scene,
saw.
But that scene was brought there because it gave closure to Joel.
No, I know what I'm saying, but it's interesting to see how they wrap up the show differently than the game.
Yeah, if they add a scene or there's going to be more to the porch scene, there could be. They could have filmed more.
Yeah.
There could be a capper to that scene.
Yeah.
They could add a whole new scene. We don't know. But this episode was like, I knew where we were going. I wasn't sure where it was going to end, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they gave us the little teaser of Abby, going to Abby at the end there. Because
it's interesting to see, like, just because I know how people are in the world. And it's like, by the time this actually comes out, it's not going to be next year. It'll probably be 2 years from now.
They said they're going to start filming next year.
Yeah, so that means it won't come out till 2027.
Probably.
So by then, will people be interested? One, will people have come to grips with this switch, and will people stick around without a certain person being in the show?
Well, I think those are all valid questions. I think fans of the game like myself are going to continue watching.
Yeah.
I think people who are invested are going to continue watching.
The casual fan, I think, is going to drop off fairly quickly.
I think there could not be. Also, it does stink how this is not just for The Last of Us. This is just majority of television nowadays. Yeah. Budgets are ballooning.
Yes.
They're relying on FX a lot.
Yes.
In this show, they built a lot of practical places, which I appreciate because it looks amazing.
Yeah.
That takes time.
Yes.
It takes money. I think this is not just The Last of Us problem. I think if you look at Disney Plus, even like some of the shows we watched, like Marvel, Star Wars, I think it just takes forever.
Across the board issue. Like Netflix is doing their big to dumb thing coming up soon, which is their like upfronts.
Yeah.
And one of the big things is season 5 of Stranger Things.
But that took a while too.
And I think people are just kind of like burnt out on the waiting. Like the patience level of people is not as high as it used to be, where
Stranger
people
Things
are going to be like, why do I need to watch the end of this?
But Stranger Things, comparatively, has kept the momentum because the last season was it penetrated the zeitgeist of pop culture.
Oh, I understand that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think it's the thing of the new way people digest media is it needs to be done quicker.
I know.
Well, I also wonder if, I don't like that Disney does only like 6-8 episodes, but I have a feeling that's the reason why they're doing 6-8
the budgets
episodes.
Are so big.
Well, because the budgets and also because the time frame to shoot it all. Like, that was something I heard recently. I think it was DJ Qualls was on a podcast or something, and he was talking about residuals. And his residuals from Big Bang Theory are pretty decent because he was on a couple episodes of BigAng Theory at one time. He was a part character in Big Bang Theory.
Well, he was a main character on the FX show with that comedian. I can't think of the name now. He was like the second main character.
Yeah, but the Big Bang Theory's network.
No, I know.
So
I don't even remember him on that.
He was like a part character in a couple episodes.
Okay.
I think he played like Penny's cousin or something or some random thing.
Gotcha.
But anyways, because the residuals are higher because there's more episodes in the season.
Yes.
Whereas now, residual wise,
there's none.
There's hardly any, especially if you're on a streaming show.
That's it.
There's no residuals.
You just get paid the one time.
Happens and that's it.
Yes.
So I think that's the other issue is you're going to have a lot of that situation. But now those shows are starting to get on TV. Like they did Yellowstone, moved it to TV and stuff like that.
Well, Yellowstone wasn't. It was Paramount.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, it went to CBS, aired it.
But there are some that are on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
That have done a couple of. I can't remember what it was now.
Disney's played a couple of the shows on ABC and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I think Andor season 1 might have got a couple.
Yeah,
full time. They did that.
A special to promote it.
Yeah, to get it out. But I think it's the thing of. Just the more I was getting to is the time frame turnaround of things.
Yes,
I think
longer waits.
That's the big issue with people. It's like if you watched a regular show on network, like
every season comes out. Yep.
So if I watch, say, Twin Peaks, that might not be the best example, but
I would say current
first
example,
show that popped in my head.
Animal Control. Animal Control is going to come out every September.
It came out last September.
Right.
It went till May, and then it went away, and it came back next September.
Yes. Yeah.
As opposed to a streaming show where it came out, like Last of Us came out February, and then it just wrapped up, and now we have to wait 2 years.
Yeah.
For the next season.
Yeah.
Well, then
and
even Stranger Things had the problem of
just be working on the show.
They weren't a regular, like it wasn't set like every October. They shifted. They had the July. They had the October.
Netflix
they had
is the worst at it because it's like they literally like just wait forever to get a show done.
I hope this is what I hope, and we'll get into our thoughts of the episode in the series.
Yeah,
but I hope. When they do season 3, because HBO didn't renew it for season 3 until the beginning of the season. So I hope they are willing to give them the money to at least do season 3 and 4 maybe together or closer together. Because 4, I will say, what they're going to cover is way more action based.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't need as much special effects comparatively.
Yeah.
It's more grounded.
Well, they also move away from the zombie-esque stuff a little bit. Not as big a expansive zombie action.
The show's about people living in the world, not the zombies itself, but dealing with it. Also, the Rat King was not shown this season, so the Rat King will be showing up next season, and the Rat King is a big old monster, which will be real. Which they talked about.
Yeah.
They had the scene where they bolted that floor, that's where Nora died down there. That cellar. Hospital. There is a Rat King, and I guess it's a thing where in real life rats' tails will all get entangled, and they call it like a Rat King. It's like this gross monster.
Yeah.
But in this, it's kind of like that, but with people.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, it sucks. Believe me. I hope HBO is just like, hey, just finish it up, because I do feel sometimes the waiting can take the wind out of sails.
It takes the wind out of it, but also just negates the viewership, because people are like, oh, I forgot it was even on.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
how many shows have we watched where I forget there's a new season? Like, because it takes so long.
Poker Face.
Yes.
They just had this. You were just talking about it.
Yeah.
But Claire and I didn't even know. Like, randomly, we were watching one of the PLEs, and they had an ad for Poker Face. Like, oh, I didn't even know that show was coming back.
And that show was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it does take a lot longer for a lot of these shows. Anyway, The Last of Us,
and especially on the smaller, like, I want to say smaller, but the lesser popularized streaming services.
Yeah.
Like those shows, you don't, like Amazon, you don't even know when a show comes out.
Or Apple TV.
You wouldn't even know. Yeah, Apple TV especially. You don't even know anything.
I looked it up. It was Sylvester Stallone's Tulsa King. Started on Paramount, and then they would show they would show it after it was released on TV.
Yeah.
And Only Murderers did it too.
Yes, they did on ABC. They started airing that on there too. Yeah, I know they did that during the writer's strike. They did a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of the streaming shows
just to put stuff on.
Content, Yeah.
Anyway, so this episode 7, and we'll give our season 2 review.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I kind of knew we were going. I liked the side steps they took. Overall, I thought the season was awesome. This episode was like action packed, but going back to our discussion, it's going to take a while, because when you see Abby's side of things, it fills in the blanks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blanks. When Ellie breaks into the hospital and confronts Nora, things happen they did not show.
Yeah.
But in Abby's story, we will see those things.
Yeah.
It stinks, because as a gamer, you play the whole thing.
Yeah.
You see it all. Here, it's like, stop, wait 2 years, and then you fill in the blanks.
Well, that's how the difference between television and video games.
Yeah. Anyway, as a non-gamer, Mark, how did you like this episode? How did you like it ended?
I kind of thought this season was boring.
No? Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first season, in my opinion.
I agree, it wasn't as good as the first season.
That's not saying the Pedro Pascal stuff. I knew that was happening. I knew that was coming, so I wasn't like distraught when that happened. I think it's more just I don't want to say the writing has gone down in quality, but like the stakes have not really seemed to be as like oh man, I hope nothing happens to so and so.
Right.
It's like I feel like it's kind of like
it's tough because you don't have the full story.
It's
tough.
You don't like you were saying, you don't have the antithesis stuff going on at the same time.
Right.
I think they could have done the Abby stuff during the same time frame and just not done all 3 days of Ellie.
Yeah.
And done like the first half of this story with Abby and Ellie at the same time, going back and forth.
I thought about that. They could have pulled a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where Game of Thrones, you watch one episode and they covered like, 7 characters?
Yeah.
And you're like, how are they doing this? But it's masterful.
Yes. I feel like this way they kind of just focus too much on the Ellie stuff to the point where I kind of got annoyed by her and didn't really care what happened to her.
Wow.
Like her character's just not like. I don't know, it doesn't grip me as much as it did before.
I will say when Joel is gone, there is a hole.
Yes.
Because the Joel episode was like the best episode of the season.
Yeah.
Like when you had them going on like throughout her birthdays, and you're like, man, I just want to see more of this.
Well, it's just
it's
that, and I think there's also the knowing that she knows what happened with Joel, like why he got killed.
Yeah.
And then her telling Lena about it. And like, I feel like Lena's character, Dina, actually is like the way the audience feels about it. It's like, then why are we doing this?
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's like
it's a revenge story.
Yeah, it's like we're doing this just because.
Yeah.
It's like there's no, if you knew and you know why he got killed, so there was a justified kill there. It wasn't like an unjustified thing.
Yeah.
And now you're just, and then she's like just killing people accidentally and randomly.
Yes.
And not on like an actual reason for it.
That's the point. So
I feel like it doesn't land well.
Really?
In this interpretation. Whereas like if you were, like we were saying before, like if they had the Abby stuff like concurrently going on at the same time, you would at least see like the differences in like Abby's stuff. And like they touched on a little bit with Isaac.
Yes.
And the sit down thing with the second there.
Yep.
Talking about her taking over and everything. And it's like, well, why do I care if she's taking over? Like I have no connection to that.
This also goes back to the conversation of 7 episodes. If HBO was like, you can do 14, we could have got the Ellie 3 days.
You could do it in three seasons. Then you could have got it done already.
Then the Abby second half of the season, like the show would have given everything.
Yes. If the first 7 were this,
and then
the next 4 or 5 were Abby's side.
Yeah.
And then like you had this be like the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
And not the end of season finale.
I know. I kind of
That'd
agree.
have been a different scenario.
Yeah. I agree.
I think stuff's just laid out wrong nowadays. That's the thing.
I give them credit. They are following the steps of the game. Does that work for television in this day and age? I don't know. I do agree that I think this could have been 14 episodes.
I also think sometimes that we as much as we said with Game of Thrones that if the writer was involved more, things would have been done better.
Well, Neil Druckmann was involved.
I know. I'm saying I think with this show, I think it's the writer's too involved. And he's trying to fix things or change things that he wanted to do in the game.
If you watch,
or wanting to change things.
If you watch the I listened to the podcast.
Yes.
So Greg Mazin is a lead writer. Neil Druckmann, he directed only the Joel episode.
Yeah.
He's involved, but Greg Mazin is the showrunner. So Neil Druckmann has many times said, like, I trust him thoroughly. This is his show.
Yeah.
I'm just there to help. And a lot of all the extra stuff that wasn't in the game, it's Greg Mazin.
Yeah. And
I think that stuff has been great. Like the extra Isaac stuff, Greg Mazin.
Yeah. I feel like I'm very interested to see.
I guess it's because you don't have a full picture.
No.
It's
and I
tough.
think it's interesting to see because knowing that scene with Joel and Ellie on the porch ends the game, it'd be interesting to see how that correlates now because I feel like it hit different here doing it this way where I don't think it has as much like I don't want to say gravitas as like if kind of knowing where this is heading in the future
but
with the game with the show and like if this was at the end of the show and seeing that happen and then you wouldn't have had because like now you know that she had that talk with Joel so you know that she's they came to a kind of a place of reconciliation
sort of but he ends up dying the next day.
I know but at least you knew that there were like at least amicable and wanting to work on things.
And that's why there's that
I feel
vengeance.
like there's no impetus to the vengeance now with that happening already on the show. Whereas if it happened later, you'd be like, oh, well, now I understand. It would hit differently then. Like putting it before she goes off and decides to do all these things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, now it's like, oh, well, you already like, we're working things out. So why are you so mad?
No, because that porch scene is the night before he died.
I understand that.
It was just.
But I'm saying in the game, I know what happens at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's a flashback.
So I feel like it would hit differently if it was in the show this way. Whereas putting it in the show now.
Yeah, I want to.
I feel like it's kind of like, well, you were already. I feel like.
Well, it's. I want to
like if you had seen all that, like if in the game.
Yeah.
All the things that happen in the game.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. Like.
I get what you're saying.
This whole part that just happened in this season.
Yeah.
Knowing that she'd talked with Joel.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had not seen that scene at all, and we went into this, it'd make much more sense what's going on.
I guess yes or no.
You'd be like, oh, well, now I know why. Like, of course she'd want to go out and find these people. They killed Joel.
Yeah.
But now it's like...
It still works.
No, but I'm saying I don't think it does now because you dropped that in the middle of it.
Lost the weight.
You lost the weight. Yeah, you've taken the weight away.
I guess.
Because now it's like it's coming from a place of her, instead of, it's coming from more of her deciding to do this as opposed to like an actual like feeling thing.
It's both.
It's kind of like,
this motivation because they took she took someone from them and now she wants vengeance. But even they showed that moment.
Would make more sense because it makes, if adding that scene in now kind of negates that thought process because she knows he took Abby's dad.
Yeah. No, at that point she does not know. She just knows you killed everybody. You took care of me. She didn't know. Nora is the one that said that happened later.
I know, but now she knows that when she kills Nora first. So then
no, she didn't. She was beating Nora. Nora got it out. She got it out of Nora.
I know, but I'm saying
now,
in the season, like knowing that scene has happened now, with Joel on the porch, and him saying everything.
But don't forget,
now Nora's telling her.
That's what she says to Abby, though. Abby, at the very end, she's in the theater. She kills Jesse in the face.
Yes,
and she basically says like, "You want me." I am the person. Yeah. And because she's trying to save Tommy and Dina. Obviously, Dina's like away.
She doesn't know she's there.
But she's going to kill Tommy. And she basically says, you want me. I'm the reason. I know what Joel did, but that's the moment you're missing. Like, she says that. And then obviously you get Abby like, I let you live. You're wasting it. And the gunshot cut to black.
Which is probably Dina shooting her.
We don't know.
Truth be told, that's like the easiest solution. There's no other. This isn't like a Who Shot Mr. Burns situation.
Anyway.
Or Who Shot JR.
Anyway.
Dina walks out, sees her with a gun, shoots Abby in the arm. Abby goes down. They leave. Abby's left. This is what I think is going to happen.
Okay. So anyway, that's the cliffhanger, and then we're going into Abby.
Yes, then Abby's at CenturyLink, home of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
That's the field that they're at.
Yes.
That's where their home base for the Wolves are.
Yeah. And
one thing this episode did do for me really quickly is it did prove my theory that the best place to go to during a zombie apocalypse is Costco.
Yes.
This is an idea I've had for a long time now.
I know.
And as soon as I saw that, I was like, aha! Proven.
You would.
Proven.
You would.
The best place to go.
Yes.
It has everything.
It has it all.
It's fortified. They got a bunch of stuff you can do.
Right.
Has gas.
Has got it all, baby.
Got it all.
Got hot dogs.
That's where the fight's going to be. That's where the biggest battle is going to be.
Gas, tires, car parts.
Actually, the biggest battle is going to be on the island. with the
no, I'm saying in real world.
Oh, real world would be
the big battle is going to be at Costco. Everyone's going to be trying to get to the Costco to fortify the Costco and take that over. That's going to be like the King of the Hill situation. Especially that plaza with Costco, Dick's, and Home Depot in it.
Oh God!
You got
it's got
trifecta.
The trifecta
that's the
of
base
everything.
of all
and
bases.
soon Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's the base.
Wait, what?
Yes, they're taking over the TJ Fridays.
Oh, Buffalo
we've had
Wild
this discussion.
Yeah. Okay.
B-dubs, as the kids call it.
All right.
What is your thing of the season?
So overall, Mark, season. Do you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go first. Your final thoughts of the season and your rating.
Not as good as season 1. Way less than season 1. There was no. I don't think the what was supposed to be the comparable Nick Offerman episode was not as like emotionally like as I didn't like feel as much emotion this season as it did last season. I give it an 8.
Okay. That's not bad.
Not bad, not good.
Well, an 8 is better. Is like if you said 7 or 6, that would be.
Yeah, I mean it's not fantastic television. It was just television.
All right. For me, I still loved it. I cried a lot during the Joel episode. A lot. It was. Yeah, I still loved it. I do agree it wasn't as good as the first because the first told a concise start to finish story.
Yeah.
The problem with this, it's a much meatier game with a lot more characters, a lot more going on.
Yeah.
I think it suffers because you cannot tell the whole story in one season. I think it also suffers.
I think you could. It's just they didn't do it.
You couldn't. Like.
No, I mean you could at least.
What we got was
if it was longer.
Yes.
Episodes you could have.
This was very condensed. 7 episodes. If they want 14, you could have gave us everything.
Or even 12, they could have gotten away with it.
No, 14 would have been the magic number. I think. There was a lot. There was a lot there. I get it. I think it's so hard to. You're just getting chapter 1 out of act 1 out of a 3-act movie.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I give it a 9. I gave the first season a 10. This is a 9. I would say the Joel episode was my favorite overall. It had some of my favorite moments of the game come to life. I think what Craig Mazin has done has been masterful with creating new stuff. Neil Druckmann coming in, his episode was the standout episode.
Yeah.
I like to see him direct more. So I really, really hope season 3 and 4 are kind of done together because I feel like that would make
more sense.
It would make more sense, and I kind of feel like this is not a Last of Us
Need
problem.
a quick turnaround.
This is a TV problem across the board.
Yeah.
They need to have quicker turnaround.
Yes.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it's going to have to be even longer.
In the world we live in, this is not happening.
Things are going to take longer to get done.
So anyway, I give it a 9.
Especially now they can't film things outside the country anymore. It's going to make it even longer for things to get done.
I give it a 9. You give it an 8.
Yes.
Overall, all the shows we have watched this year have all been 9s and 8s, Mark.
It's been a light year.
It's
been a sad year.
9s and 8s are good.
I'm saying, but last year we had a lot of 10s.
Well, I'll give you this. We're kind of we're very close to mid-year for us, and I would say right now I gave Shoresy season 4 a 10.
Yeah.
And I also gave Severance season 2 a 10. You have given 0 10s.
Yes.
As of now, I can tell you my top 3 shows of the year. My top 3 shows of the year are Sugar on Apple TV.
Didn't watch it yet.
Severance season 2 on Apple TV. And looking at this list, I would say The Last of Us season 2 are my top 3 shows. My top favorite show. Sugar.
Shoresy doesn't even hit the top 3. You gave it a 10.
I give it a 10, but I mean, like, I would say, like, the shows I'm thinking about. Like, Shoresy season 4, I gave it a 10, but I'm not thinking about it anymore. It's over. I get shows that suit, like Severance. I'm always thinking about Severance. Every day I think about Severance.
Why?
Because I loved it.
Hey, Brian, you know what I'm thinking about? Wrestling, because we're already at an hour.
Okay. Anyway, watch Sugar. Sugar was amazing.
Yeah,
it's on Apple TV. They're 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
All right, I'll get around to it.
It's good.
Watch Andor.
I gotta watch.
Yeah, watch Andor.
You're a season and a half behind, Brian.
Yeah.
I gotta. Well, now that Last of Us is over,
I'm not waiting another season to come around because it ain't.
do they all die in the end?
That's
In
what
the
happens
movie.
in Rogue One. That's what Rogue One is.
I do the joke, Mark.
Rogue One's the real series finale of Andor.
It's now time for the Geekonomics Wrestling Challenge.
Anyway, we got to move on to our wrestling challenge.
Wrestling Challenge results coming at you. It was the Saturday night's main event, or it could have been called Saturday nights. It really wasn't a main event because it's just basically a house show or a promo on regular TV.
I don't disagree.
So we did. There ended up being 5 matches. Oh, wait, I missed the other match. Didn't even have a pen. I forgot about the
It was
the Pentadom match, or not Pentadom.
No.
The Selena Chelsea match.
yes. Selena and Chelsea was added later.
This will change points.
Hmm?
I need a pen.
Josh,
Josh, need a pen.
we need you to produce a pen. Yes, it was Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Versus Selena Vega.
Yes.
Um.
I did not get it correct. I picked Chelsea.
Yes, Josh and me.
You and Josh picked Selena, so we had 2 more points to you guys,
Yes.
which will then change
The
overall
scores.
points
Yes.
as well.
I
can't see.
Before we get into the points,
Thank
I will
you.
state we all have some bonus points, but we're gonna have to keep track between now and Money in the Bank.
Yes, I added them to today's scores, but they're separate from today's scores.
Well, they'll be part of today's, and the other ones will go on Money in the Bank scores, I guess, because they're still bonus. We just haven't had them all.
Well, we're in the potential because it's not done yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by the people who are in it, though. Because it's definitely a mishmash of people.
Right now, yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just giving Mark time.
Thank you. All right. So as we said, Zelina beat Chelsea in a match that happened for some reason. Another match that happened for some reason. R-Truth and John Cena. Basically just a way to start another match at Money in the Bank.
Okay.
R-Truth ended up being no reason for being there.
I will say this. I thought it was going to be entertaining, at the very least.
Yes.
I will admit, this is Brian admitting something.
Oh, boy. Buckle in, kids.
It was an awful match.
It wasn't as entertaining as I was hoping.
The John Cena stuff is boring now.
No.
It makes no sense.
I did like this one for one reason only, because I kind of felt like we were going to get this new John Cena versus old, because
Yes.
R-Truth was representing the John Cena everybody wants.
Yes.
And I kind of
Fruity
like that. I
Pebbles.
kind of like that,
Yes.
that angle.
The mirror
image.
Yes.
He comes in.
Shadow Cena versus
He
regular
comes
Cena.
out and he's wearing the John
Yeah,
Cena
the Ron
with Ron
Cena,
Cena,
yes.
and he's doing the whole thing. And I'm like, this is awesome. I
Yeah.
loved it,
Yeah.
Mark. I think that was clever,
Yes.
hands down, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The match itself wasn't that fun.
Another
it
wet
had
fart.
moments.
Another wet fart. 3 wet farts in a row.
It had moments, but it wasn't my favorite.
This story does not need to be happening anymore. The fact now that we're Logan Paul into this now. Now Logan Paul and John Cena are
But
teaming
Cody
up
Rhodes
together.
is back, baby.
Who cares?
I
was
I don't
excited.
care about Cody
I
The
Rhodes.
only
was
thing I have
excited.
to say,
I was
It's like
excited.
now we
What
get
would've
Cody
made-
Rhodes and Jey Uso again.
This is fun.
what would have made it better is if they did it they did it like, oh God, it's old John Cena versus new John Cena. If they added some Firefly Funhouse stuff to it. Because the only way this whole thing makes sense is if old John Cena is still trapped in the funhouse. And this is a corrupted John Cena.
Well, we know it's anyway.
No, but you know what I
I get
mean?
your point. I get your
Yeah.
point.
Because
Claire
at
told
this
me
point,
about this
it
theory.
doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
now.
Claire told me about this theory over the weekend that's been going around that John Cena's really been trapped. The real John Cena's been trapped in
After
the
the
Firefly
Funhouse.
Funhouse since that WrestleMania match with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I did watch that.
and
which
this is
amazing.
now like a alternate version of John Cena that's like been
Corrupted.
corrupted and been going
I
around
like that
since then.
theory.
It's a great theory. It's just how do you pay it off now?
You have to bringing the Wyatt
No,
6.
the only way to do it
It's like
is
you
to
can't
have another Firefly Funhouse match where he fights himself.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
literally fights himself. But that's the only... Like, that's what I mean. It's the only way to make this pay off.
I know.
Yeah,
Because there's no other payoff with any other way to do it.
I know.
Well-
but it's just kind of like at this point, it's like, do I care?
No.
And I don't.
I'm
I really don't
having
care
fun
if
with
John
it.
Cena leaves at the end of this year with the belt and takes the championship with him.
We'll make a new one.
Let's make a new one. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
I don't
we know,
care.
we know.
We'll still just keep the stats. No one's gonna be like, oh, we can't use stats anymore because John Cena took him with him.
I gotcha.
Like, there's no like peril to this story.
You can take the Universal and we'll bring
It's
back
just,
the other one.
Yeah, it's just John Cena being John Cena and being angry John Cena.
Yeah.
But then, like, as the show's happening, an ad for Honda comes up, and there's John Cena's voice selling you a Honda.
Ad for
I don't care.
drumsticks. Ad for drumsticks where he's all like,
Yeah, I don't care.
Can I tell you guys something interesting, though? I noticed on Monday Night Raw, which I haven't finished, but I will say, I think the Seth Rollins heel turn was probably the most natural in, like...
Well, he should be a heel,
But
he's a better
hold
heel
on.
than he is a bad guy.
But hold
or a
on.
good guy.
You guys watch Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
What happened in the ring with the audience, didn't seem forced. It was more natural.
Yes.
Right.
In WrestleMania, he came in, he burned down everything, he
Yes.
changed clothing, the Messiah,
Yeah.
all this stuff happens, and Bronson Reed's now part of the gang, and like
Yeah.
what happened on Monday Night Raw with people chanting against him and then him having this back and forth, and it was very like, it seemed more
Natural.
organic.
Yes.
Yeah, it
It's
seemed
natural.
more natural.
Right.
Yes.
And I will say, out of all these heel turns that have been happening since WrestleMania, I would say Seth freaking Rollins' heel turn is probably the most flawless right now.
Yeah.
I
Because you didn't give him everything right away.
have a hard
Right.
time with Becky Lynch turning heel, even though I love her. I still root for her,
Ugh,
but
God, did you get to that terrible promo
no,
last night yet?
I'm not 100% with that. The John Cena stuff does seem forced because of The Rock, but I would say Seth Rollins' heel turn with all this going on makes the most sense.
Did you get to that promo yet?
No,
Of her and
New Day is the last match. The
So you
match
didn't see her and
No.
Lyra yet?
No.
Whew.
I know. I love Becky
Okay,
Lynch.
since you
but
brought it
No,
up,
Becky's
and
fine.
you brought it
in
up,
the promo.
that New Day, I don't know why
Plain
they're wearing
white
those stupid
toast.
uniforms.
Plain white
Oh,
toast.
I haven't
is-
gotten to the match yet.
No,
the-
did you see
the
them come
Giant
out?
Gonzalez
Yeah. It's like,
homage.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
oh, you didn't even see
It's
them
like an
come out
Attack
yet?
on Titan.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like they have
yeah.
like it's like muscles.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's like an Attack on Titan homage, but no one gets it because they don't explain it.
Well, anyway, I didn't want to, turn the conversation, but I just wanted to say that Seth Rollins' heel turn makes the most sense.
Yeah,
I think has been great so far.
yeah,
Honestly, and I'm
yeah.
not even
because he's not
like-
the only person talking.
right.
He has Paul Heyman
Yeah, and you
that
have
can
like
talk
a
for him,
group.
and he has goons,
Yes,
so it makes more sense.
but what happened on Monday Night Raw was just like you actually saw in real time the audience turn on him.
Yeah,
And him getting frustrated with the audience, like it all wasn't like he wasn't yelling.
Yeah.
He was just listening and
Yeah.
having this conversation that I felt was more natural.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, did they, it's like they told the audience to say this? No, the audience did it.
Whereas, like, the opposite happens
Yeah.
because the
Right.
John Cena stuff is the
people
let's
still
go
want to cheer
Cena,
John
Cena
Cena.
sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, the Cena sucks stuff
No.
isn't make him a villain.
The
He just,
thing is,
yeah.
the John Cena thing is different, and the reason why it's different, whereas Seth Rollins can do this and it make sense, but it doesn't make sense for John Cena, is these people are paying their hard-earned money to see John Cena for the last time.
Yeah.
This is the last time they're going to see John Cena.
Yeah.
And what they're getting is a petulant child whining and complaining and saying how he's the last true champion, holding his belt up stupidly.
now he's the only one who
wearing it
also doesn't-
backways,
Yeah.
coming down in his Fruity Pebbles outfit every week with a different color, and like buy my merchandise.
People
But-
still buy it.
I don't like you people. You people are stupid. But
I'm going to
Here's a
ruin
new shirt.
wrestling because of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin wrestling, even though you're buying my shirts and giving me money.
We know it's all.
It's the stupidest thing
It's
ever,
just-
and it makes
yeah.
no sense.
No.
And now we've taken probably the most useless wrestler in the whole company, Logan Paul, and now
added
are
him to
tagging him with John Cena at Money in the Bank to go up against
Can I
Jay
argue?
and Cody Rhodes.
Can I argue against that though? Because I can say that this match, at least, you have 3 other wrestlers that are not just going to be pretending to phone it in. You have 3 other people who are going to give it their all. I also feel like in this match, the potential of John Cena losing is higher because we kind of know John Cena's going to win.
All right, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
No, can we finish the card though?
No, I will, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with
right.
this match. John Cena's going to walk out on Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, because he has no allegiance.
No, he's just going to leave. He's going to be like, I don't need to do this. I don't know why I'm here.
And he's done that in the middle.
He'll just walk out.
I think that Jay who was it? Was it Randy Orton? He was going to walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Okay. Let's
And
go
they'll
on.
just yeah. All right. So John Cena won.
We all
Who
get
cares?
a point.
We all get a point. Big surprise. CM Punk and Sami Zayn up against Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins won because returning Bronson Reed took
Yes.
everybody out.
That was a good moment. I really enjoyed it.
And so, yes, that happened. We all get a point.
We all got a point.
Then it was
Did I put on there on mine that it was going to be a interruption that got him the win, or did I leave it just?
No, you just left it.
Okay.
I will say though that was probably this match was probably one of the better matches of the night. I will say it was.
Which isn't saying much.
Yeah, but I thought it was good. I mean, I'm a huge CM Punk fan. CM Punk and Sami Zayn are like my 2 favorites put together, and I really enjoyed it. I knew they were gonna lose, but this was a hell of a match.
Yeah. So,
Right.
Moving on to the worst match of the night. Probably the worst steel cage match I've seen in a long time. The Why Is This Still Going On match of Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Damian Priest won, and I love the fact that Jesse Ventura went completely off script and was like, this is BS. Why is this guy just walking out of the ring and getting the win? Like, why does he not have to go over to the top of the cage and like...
Again,
You just leave.
Yeah, but he just like walked out like nonchalantly.
Yeah.
And it was like the stupidest thing ever. So
but
like that's the end of this feud.
Here it is.
Is that like
that proves to me it's not over with.
that means it's
Right.
not
That
over.
means it's not
So
over
that
with.
It's not over with.
So that means unfortunately we're gonna have to do another one of these
Yep.
things. It's like we're gonna do it now.
Yeah.
So
It's
we
gonna be
go-
Hell in a Cell or
We're
something.
gonna do Hell in a Cell. That's
Yeah.
what we're heading towards.
I will
because
say
then they
this.
can't escape the cage.
Right.
And you have to fight it till the
Right.
end.
I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be a neutered cage match because it was on NBC. I didn't think it was going to be that epic, and it kind of wasn't.
It
that
wasn't
epic.
epic at all.
And
it wasn't anything.
I will say, Drew McIntyre, amazing wrestler. I think Damian Priest, his star has been rising. I think they're both top of their game. This does not recapture Drew McIntyre and CM Punk of last year. This is kind of like they're trying to recapture that magic. It's just not hitting.
It's not working. Damien and him don't have the same chemistry that
No,
CM Punk and
because
Drew
I
do.
tell you, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, I could watch wrestle a million times. I thought it was fantastic.
There's no
This-
real hate
this-
and
yeah,
rivalry.
It's just like,
I'm not
it's
feeling
just
it.
Drew
I'm not
being like
feeling it.
indifferent that he
Right.
like keeps getting
saddled with
annoyed
Damian Priest.
by Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Right.
And it feels like Damian Priest is making it more than Drew wants it to be. Drew's kind of like, yeah, you just stop messing with my matches.
Yeah.
And Damian's like, yeah, but you know, you're a bad guy and I'm a good guy, so we gotta. And Drew's like, I
don't
just
care.
stop
Yeah.
bothering me.
Drew really seems like I don't
Yeah,
care.
he's like,
I just
stop
want to end
bothering
this.
me. He's like, I could be fighting for a championship right now, but instead I'm having to deal with you. And it's like, I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with you.
But
again,
It's like, I want to be over there in that storyline, not in this storyline. So can you
But again,
stop
it
messing
does-
with me?
it
So you
does-
go get involved in that storyline?
it does make me feel this isn't over with.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
Because now you're gonna have Drew feeling disgraced,
Yeah.
and
yeah, we're gonna get one
Poo-pooed.
more.
You're gonna get one boohoo, then
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
at Money in the
Money in the
Bank or
Bank.
something.
They'll do something, or
Yeah.
they'll both be in a qualifying match.
Did we
this
all get that
Friday
one
or
right?
something. No, I picked Drew because I just want it to be over with.
Mark wanted it to be over with. I picked because I was like, it's not gonna be over with.
No.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna keep going
Yes,
with it.
It's good. Yeah. So we both
And then
got
this
it right.
last match, the championship match, the only other championship match, Jey Uso and Logan Paul.
Jey
I can't
Uso
remember
won.
if this like actually ended in a pin or did
And
Cena.
I don't. They never really. Again, we're getting back to
It
these
was a pin. It
ending
was a pin.
matches that don't end. The
Jey
same thing
didn't
happened
pin
with
him,
the
though. Did
Randy.
he?
No,
no,
yes,
that's
he
me.
did.
But remember the Randy Orton, Randy Orton John Cena match?
Yeah.
was interrupted and everything, and they ended it.
Yeah.
But like they didn't like stop the match.
Yeah.
This match, it just stopped.
Yeah.
Like there was no winner.
No, Jay won. He pinned him.
Jay didn't pin him.
No, he didn't.
Can you look it up? Because I really think he
Cena
did.
jumped him.
No. Cena went to pull out Jay or the ref.
No, he pulled Jay out.
He pulled Jay out, but then the
and
ref
that's what
got
caused
involved.
the disqualification. There was no pin.
I really thought there was a
No.
pin. I
No.
really thought Jay.
That's what I'm
pinned-
saying. So this is like the continuation of this terrible John Cena storyline.
Josh,
It's
can
like-
you double check this though? 'Cause
And like the
none of
reason
us
why
are
he
really
even
clear.
did anything is because they ran into each other in the hallway, and Cena was like, "Hey, we're gonna have to fight each other if you have the championship at Crown Jewel."
Okay, I'm 90% sure that Jay pinned him because he did the belly flop, he did the frog flop from top,
The frog splash.
the frog splash. I'm certain, 90% certain that Jay Uso pinned Paul Logan,
Logan Paul.
whatever his name is.
Paul Logan's the guy from
Logan Paul.
He's
Paul
a
Logan.
realtor.
Yeah.
Paul Logan.
Josh, I really
Realtor
can
to
you
the
look this
stars.
up as a producer? So
Again, it's just another match I didn't care
But
about.
at the end, we did have John Cena interrupting it, trying to give the win to Logan Paul because they have that back and forth.
So see, that's why he never got the win. Because he comes out and he distracts
Cody
Jay.
Rhodes comes out, saves the day.
But the match never ended.
I really think he got
I
pinned.
don't think it ended.
Josh is going to look it up.
I think it just stopped. I think it was just
No,
disqualification.
I do feel like no.
So that's I don't know. Like that's why I wrote Jay won.
Jay won.
But
Jay
like,
won. We get the points.
Well, he would have won by disqualification.
But he still won.
I know, but I'm saying, but I did like.
We still
did
get the-
they actually, or did they call a no contest?
No, Jay won, and I think he got he pinned Logan Paul.
I
Let
can't
Jo-
find anything that says that he won.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. It's like I almost feel like I need to pull up Peacock and watch the last couple seconds of the show.
That might be a good idea, but it probably is on YouTube already. We're all gonna look this up. Let's see. WWE
Even the
Logan
WWE
Paul
like website
versus Jey Uso full
doesn't
match.
even say anything. It just
Here we go.
It says he defeated him to retain.
Yep. So we get the points. Hold on, I got the match.
So it says, so in the description it says, it seemed all the hope was lost after Cena stormed in and unleashed.
Cena
a
pulls a
brutal
ref
assault
out
on
with-
There it is. I got the
Uso.
pin.
no
tide
pin.
turn.
Yes, yes.
No pin. Cena pulls him out before the count of three. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah,
Cena
so
pulls him out
Cody's
before
there.
the count of three.
Okay.
and then
he
the
did
match
get
He
ends.
did get the pin.
He
No,
did get it. He did
Josh,
get it. It's there.
What we literally just watched.
Yeah, it's there. He got it.
He got the pin.
But again, it's like all that stuff was going on. It didn't like register.
I
with
knew
me.
he got the pin because he did the flag splash. He got the pin because Cody Rhodes ran out
Yeah,
to
it
kind of
saved it,
stop
and then that
the
stopped-
nonsense.
Stop the nonsense.
what are you watching? Because the one I'm watching shows Cena pulling the ref out.
No,
Yeah,
after that. So after that happens,
Josh, if you're on YouTube, it happens.
I'm on the WWE's website.
so Cena pulls the ref out. The ref doesn't call for disqualification for some reason because the ref's knocked out, I guess. So then Cena jumps in and goes after Jay
oh, he does come back in.
to
Okay.
beat up Jay, and then Cody comes down, saves Jay. Jay
I
then
don't
does
remember-
the frog splash.
Yeah, I
2
don't remember
minutes in.
any
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah, no, it was
because there a lot happened. A lot did happen,
it just more terribleness.
but
anyways,
he still got the pin.
Jey Uso won 2 points to
Okay.
whoever picked Jey Uso.
I did.
Which we all picked Jey Uso.
Yeah, we all did, but I don't remember that at all. I just remember Cena coming out and them fighting and then it becoming a thing. And then my brain just cuts to Cody calling him out and making the match for Money in the Bank.
Right.
I don't remember the pinfall
There was a
at
lot
all.
of stuff happened. I get it, but he got the pin. I will say the Chelsea Green and Selena Vega match that was added near the end, and Vega won. So
Yes.
Josh got the point. I got the point. You
Yes.
did not get the point.
I did not.
That was a botched match
Yes.
because poor Selena Vega went to go do the
The
619
and barely got enough momentum
Oh,
and just kneed
felt
her right in the nose.
So bad for her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was
Yeah.
a tough one because you're on national TV. It's
Yes.
tough.
Yeah. Well, usually you're on national TV.
But
so.
I'm saying, it's
and internationally
still,
on Peacock
it's
or Netflix.
Netflix. It's still kind of like ooh.
Yeah.
But that was the botched match of the night. Even though
Yeah.
those two are very talented, it was a tough one to watch.
Yeah.
So point wise.
Wait,
we got bonuses.
Well, I'm going to do the points for the event.
Well, we should do the
first,
regular point. Yeah,
and the points added onto it.
Okay.
because that's still up in the air.
I got 4 points because I didn't get the Drew or the other match. And you and Josh tied for 7 points.
Yeah, we got a full card.
Full card.
My second full card in a row.
Yeah. So on to bonuses. As of right now, I have one pick in the men's Money in the Bank with Seth Rollins. Brian has 2 with LA Knight and Penta. Josh has 1 with LA Knight.
Yeah.
On the women's side of things, I have 2 with Roxanne and Julia in. Brian has 2 with Roxanne and Julia in. Probably the easiest 2 to pick so far.
Yeah.
And Josh just has Julia in. We do have a celebrity pick of Claire, who got 4 points from the regular show, but only has 2 points in the women's side with Rhea and Roxanne and Julia. So she has 3 points.
Oh, that's right. I went mostly SmackDown women because everyone else was hurt.
And our celebrity pick, Jen, she did not get the Chelsea Green and Vega. I asked her. I didn't get a response. Okay. But out of this, she got 5 points. So she's up to 12 points.
Okay.
No bonuses. I didn't. I should. You post the cards? Do you post the cards?
I post the cards on
posted the paper.
All right, I'll do that next time.
It's on the Facebook.
All right. Anyway, she's at 12 points right now. First line. And anybody who wants to jump in, we post the cards. You can text Mark or message us.
Or just put it on the Facebook page. The card's going to be on Facebook. Put your picks underneath the card. We'll tabulate it off of that.
Yeah, and
that's the easiest way to do it.
We'll kind of do our best to keep track of it. You're more than welcome to keep track of it as well from home. And we'll see who ends up having. You can jump in late. You can whatever you want to do.
Yeah, because we're gonna do it in sections. It's not gonna be the whole season, so you can just win the first half, second half, third half, kind of thing, or periods, whatever you want to do it as. So going to the big points. On the celebrity side of things, you said Jen has 12.
Yes.
Claire has 7.
Okay.
On our side of things, Brian's still in the lead with 11.
11. Wait, I could have more than 11 points
for this event.
Okay, yeah.
After this event.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You have 11 points with bonuses.
Yes.
That's not overall though. That's just
no. It's just for this show.
That's why I got confused.
That's right. I can see like on Brian's face of I only have 11. It's like
no, you came in with 9.
So you're at 20.
You're at 20.
20.
So 20. I think I came in with 6 last time.
I can't remember.
And then I think Josh was at
5 or 4.
5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So this might not be exact, but it's close.
You can double check with your. But you keep all the sheets, right?
I do. I have a thing. But anyways, so for this event with bonuses, which aren't completely completed yet, right now, Brian has 11 points. Josh has 9 points. I have 7 points.
And then overall, what are we at?
Overall, I'm not sure exactly, but I think
you're close. I would say you're around 20. I'm at like 15ish.
Josh at 15. I think I'm like right around there as well.
I think I think Mark and I are tied, or at least
we're pretty close.
Yeah.
You have to double check.
Yeah. But we have a lot of the big point stuff will be coming up with the Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
That's right. That's what a tide turned for me.
And we have more bonuses
thankfully, we have a week.
Yes, we have a week. I really thought it was.
Brian got us all convinced it was this weekend.
I really did. Now,
I was like, that's a lot of quick turnaround. I'm gonna be able to figure that out.
We have like a couple bonuses with these qualifying matches.
There's still points out there. I mean, we still have
we still have like that 2 men and 1 woman
matches, but could still make it into it. So there's still a chance of that.
Yup.
Although some of us have people who we picked who are now in other matches at Money in the Bank, so probably won't be in that match. Like I have Logan Paul going to the Money in the Bank match, which probably won't happen now because he's in that match.
I have Becky Lynch, which is not going to happen.
Which is not going to happen now because she's in that match, so you can cross her off of your list. You also have Finn, who probably is now going to be an intercontinental match with Dom, probably at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
After the way that ended that match last night.
Don't tell me.
Oh, yeah. Brian, you're going to... Well, have you gotten back to
Just, you
who
probably
came
should eat
back?
her nuggets. That's all I got to
Oh,
say.
I know. The new love triangle is happening.
You probably should eat her nuggets.
But did you...
Some guys collect belts. Dom collects women.
Yes.
But have you gotten up to...
The New Day match is where I'm 50
I can't
minutes
remember.
in.
He's got a whole other hour to
I got
go.
an hour.
But that
hour and a
means he
half.
hasn't gotten to who came back last night.
Oh, Liv Morgan came
Okay.
back. And
So
she called him out eating other people's nugs.
Well, that's
And,
what God.
Carlito was like, you gotta
Carlito
stop
said,
eating other
Gotta start eating other girls' nugs. Probably stop eating her nuggets.
So you haven't gotten to Liv's match?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
good. I'm excited.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Stuff Mark and I have been wanting to happen for a year. It's probably starting to happen
Oh,
now.
yeah. The slow dissolve is finally happening.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Well, a lot of bonuses. Now, next week, we will be doing Money in the Bank.
We'll be picking our winners of Money in the Bank, and like we did last year, picking who they're going to cash in on, where they will cash in on, and if they will succeed on cashing in on. And if you get all 4 of those, your pick, the other 3 options correct, that's already 20 points. You get an extra 5 points on top
so it
of
becomes
that.
a 25
If you get
point.
all 4 of them
You get
correctly,
25 in
it's
total.
25 points,
Question.
which is why I made the biggest turnaround
Yeah,
last year.
because Mark got the...
and basically just took over control of the
But
game.
you did mention that we will be doing as a big old bonus is Worlds Collide.
Yes.
Now, Worlds Collide, they've already established a couple matches.
Yes.
We have Chad Gable.
Chad Gable versus Vikingo.
Yeah.
Legado del Fantasma up against Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano.
Now, so this opens up a lot. We didn't do this last year, so
Yes.
this is gonna open up a lot of.
Yes, and the 2 double dip night.
Now, my other question for Worlds Collide: there's no belts,
Now we know of
but
the Vikingo match is for a championship.
are we doing
The AAA Mega
traditional
Championship.
rules 1 and 2 for belts, or just all ones?
Depending on if it's an actual championship match or not. We'll
Okay.
see.
All right, we're gonna keep it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
I just wanted to know.
yeah.
So, in 2 weeks we have that's a major day.
It is
for
a big
points.
day. Big points day.
Oh my God, it's gonna be good.
Everything could change.
It's gonna be a big turning point.
Could be.
Well, Royal Rumble's
It
truly
doesn't matter though, because as I've said, I am the last real champion. So
I'm coming
on.
for that
I'm gonna
belt.
take this belt with me,
So
and then
there's
anyone else who wins it
there is
after
another
me-
there's another match.
Oh, is another match announced?
Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page plus someone from AAA. That's the sound
All
of it.
ego.
So
A mystery opponent.
and that's for the NXT North American Championship. So there could be a AAA person winning a belt.
yeah, I mean they just had a TNA guy win a
Oh
NXT
yeah,
TNA
that's
belt.
I know.
that's
big happening.
that's the craziest thing, because if you go back now in that history of that belt,
Yeah.
you now have a NXT WWE person
Yes.
and an AEW person have won that belt.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was
Yeah.
a cool match.
Kenny Omega won it back in the day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's just sort of weird how that's
Which
worked
that
out.
also happened over the weekend, and no one seemed to care.
What?
All or Nothing happened. AEW's pay per view.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really noticed.
I don't think anybody was watching.
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched anything AEW in months. So
I
I
have,
don't even,
it has gotten too stupid, honestly.
I just stopped. I don't get TNT or TBS, so I can't watch any of their shows on Fubo. So I have to watch on the Max, and that's I'm not going to go that much effort.
I have hit all max capacity of time.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's on
only
Wednesdays, so it's the one day off that you have.
It's only
so.
so much time
Yeah.
I have in my life. But anyway, I think it overall was a great weekend of wrestling. A lot
Yeah.
of great matches. Yeah.
I mean, just keep enjoying it, because this
I
is going
enjoy
home
it.
with me, and I'm taking it with me when I retire from
No,
the wrestling challenge
no.
at the end of the year.
I'm
And then,
Dude.
yeah, I'm the last real champion.
coming for that belt. You can tell. Point wise.
And yeah, I don't
You
even-
got to get the real for next week.
I
Get the
mean-
real.
I'll do the points, but I mean, what's the point? 'Cause,
I'm
you
just
know,
going to win them
just-
all. Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm the champion because I am.
Next week, have the
And
real totals.
Maybe I'll tag team with some random YouTube guy
All
and
right.
a rap singer for some reason.
Oh, thank God we haven't seen that guy in a while. What's
The
his name?
one show we haven't seen him.
Thank God.
He'll be at Money in the Bank. I
I'm
guarantee it.
sure. I'm sure. What's his name?
Travis Scott. Maybe it'll cause a stampede and more people will die from it.
Oh my lord! Was
and
that?
then he'll get away with it.
No, who knows?
Yeah, he's the guy.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't his fault.
Anyway, we gotta wrap things up.
Allegedly.
We gotta wrap things up.
Yes. As always, as I wear my belt proudly, even though I don't really care about it, because I'm the last true champion. Be safe. Be well. Be kind.
Please rewind. Please like and subscribe. Good night, Rocky.
See you, Bobby. Stay tuned. One of these weeks, I'm going to jump across this table and hit Bryan in the head with this belt. I'm going to take him out. John Cena style.
Oh, God. That'd be awesome.
Turn complete heel. Then I'll start wearing black. Come in a different color every week. Buy my t-shirts.
I was saying, you wouldn't be wearing black. You'd be wearing different colors.
Yes.
All right, we're done.
You can't see me.
That's it.
Bye,
Go away.
everybody.